mac and cheese. So obviously I'm the
Hey,
best to ask questions. Our guest will be Real Not Perfect.
Real Not Perfect is a musician.
Isn't gonna preach. Karma doesn't tell a lie. Karma
Who has
doesn't
multiple videos on YouTube and other platforms, and today we're mainly going to be discussing
So
about
how has just making music, because I've heard this from a lot of people, how has that allowed you to express stuff which you previously couldn't express?
break the glass. I'm not writing songs for you, and we'll never reunite. There's a reason why I can tell when you're telling a lie.
oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much for that question. I love you platonically. It's been good. It's been good because unfortunate things happen. Like this is how I feel. I don't know if other people will agree or they feel the same way, but this is how it is for me. I feel like it was the best decision I could have
So
made.
one more question for me, and then we'll move into your story a little bit.
Right.
So I've listened to a couple of your songs.
Is that a song or a psycho's plight?
Can you talk to me about the Overwoods?
I apologize in advance for the electric fan and any other sounds you might hear from the outside. I live in one of the places in Metro Manila, Philippines, so sounds from stuff all the time. It is my book. It's on my blog, which is how it started. And now it's kind of, I believe it's on Royal Road, I believe it's on Wattpad, it is on Neoval. Apparently I was recently their top author for a little bit, which is really cool, I guess. I don't know. A lot of it, I would say, is, really just me. I don't know. Right, because the character himself is like super horribly crazy imperfect, so that's me. A lot of, if you've read it, a lot of the gymnastics, a lot of the tricks, all of the stunts are pretty much me as well, and I feel, in my opinion, it worked because every character in that book is solidly based off of somebody I've actually met. I've actually had experiences with. We talked about that earlier, actually. I post whatever. I don't think about it. Like, I want to say, like, I don't have I'm planning this. I'm gonna post this, or things of that nature. Sorry, again, for the electric fan and the sounds from everywhere. But yeah, I don't have I'm gonna post this. This is gonna be amazing. No, like, I just post whatever I feel like, and I know a lot of people, like, both in person as well as from Discord, and people I've met through a couple of the groups I'm a part of online, and a lot of people are like, how can you help me? Like, how do you get, like, that number of views? And I'm like, I post on Discord, I tell my friends about it, but I don't, like, the views are just, wow, okay, like, really, because it doesn't matter if you get, in my humble opinion, nobody has to agree with me, it doesn't matter if you get views or you don't. That does not matter. What matters, if you had something to say, if you had something you wanted to put there, you accomplished what you wanted. Whether it gets views or not, I'm not sure that matters all the time. I am okay with that. I always say, hate me if you need to, because really, like, nothing is perfect. Like, there's gonna be something somewhere that you don't like. It's the same thing for me, There's gonna be something somewhere that I don't like. Nothing is perfect. I don't really know what else to say about that. I mean, I do get those, and I like to say that 85% of the time, and everybody's different. For me, most of the time it's actually funny or it's validating. Hey, let's go. Probably because in some way, I feel like it actually helps me. I'm not saying in what way, okay? But I feel it's actually a good thing. I do get hurt, obviously. Obviously I get hurt. How would I how would I have written the book? How would I have written the songs? How would I have written any single one of the songs, right, if I don't get hurt? I do get hurt, but I don't know. Maybe it's the books I've read. Maybe it's my experiences, a combination of both or other things. But I want to say most of the time it seems to help. I think that's just my perspective. In addition to the character being, crazy imperfect, which I don't know how to say this. Another thing I think about me that really shows up in the character is this is somebody who really likes to carry his own weight. Like, no, I am not gonna take help from people. I am not gonna take this from somebody else. I refuse to receive this from somebody else. And that's another thing I kind of have. Like, I'm constantly working on it. I think that's just how I feel. Sometimes, not always. Because sometimes it really is easy to connect with people and oh, you know what? I'm really nice to people. Like, if people are nice to me, I should take that. But I feel like you'll notice the character is no, people can't be nice to me, because if they are, I'm gonna let my guard down. I'm probably gonna get hurt. Things of that type of, words. When I was really young, there was a television show. It was a reality show about athletes or martial artists, something like that, whatever. They had to fight. They had to physically fight each other, and there was a point system. I don't remember very well. This is being recorded. I feel so dumb right now. My point is, there was a person in that reality show. There were a number of them that I really admired. I liked their style. I liked their form, if that makes any sense to the people. We're digressing from writing. I know. I'm so sorry, but I don't know, maybe it's related. I was clicking around the internet and I found that one particular person, again, Jeff Sterling Jr. is his name. I was like, whoa, he's posting stuff. He's actively posting stuff to his YouTube. So I went in, I commented, I was like, it's you! I saw you on TV as a kid. It was amazing. And he commented back. And that kind of made my day. Maybe subconsciously. It is tagged, I believe on Wattpad, and Neoval, I believe it's tagged as action. I tagged it as action on Neoval, because there's a lot of, I don't want to spoil anything. There are scenes. It is Discord, and depending on the people, depending on the server, depending on the person, whoever might be hosting the event, you can't always record everything. That is something I have observed. You can't, no. So in this case, I am recording myself, and I'm not recording necessarily the other party, because that particular individual hasn't given any kind of consent. If it's written down, I'll do that. I do train quite a bit. I'm not gonna say, oh, look at me, I'm the best, I'm so good, put me in the Olympics tomorrow. That makes no sense, because the Olympics happens once every 4 years, but I'm not gonna be I'm amazing, because no, I'm not. For example, one concrete example is that I don't have the difficulty level. I don't even have the execution. I do train in multiple things, but I want to say 95% of it is completely self-taught, and the other 5% is those very rare instances when, back when I was 18 and I would visit an actual facility with, employees, people who are employed to teach you XYZ. That's one half of the 5%. The other half of the 5% is just, things I've seen on like videos, YouTube videos, competitions. But to bring us back to the book and to the topic of writing, I really don't think that it's not something I actively put, because I know people who are writers. There's so many writers on Discord, whether that's writers of poetry, that's writers of nonfiction, fiction, writers of music, writers of all kinds. You can find so many of them on Discord. I know that it's different for everybody. For example, I know some people, like, they really concentrate on it. Like, I really want sci-fi in my book. I really want fantasy in my book. I really want action, whatever it may be. I can't say that when I was writing, oh, this is going to be action, oh, this is going to be romance, oh, this is going to be XYZ, sci-fi, whatever people may call it. I can't say I was going for one of those things. And I have to say it was the same insofar as writing music. It wasn't, I'm going for metal, I'm going for rock, I'm going for indie, whatever indie even is sometimes. Does it even have a definition? Do any of those terms even have definitions, right? I don't think I was going for anything. And in my humble opinion, that's why some of it, a lot of it, in my opinion, a lot more than I thought, really ended up working. Because that's my opinion. I don't think I was going for anything. I was like, I think I have something to say, and there you go. Kinda. I'm not making any sense. I'm literally gonna go, like, cry. It looks like we are running out of questions for today's upload, so I think, we still have a couple. We still have a bunch of them. I'm feeling weird though, because like I'm looking through the list and I'm like, this is not gonna be enough questions to fill up the time. Right, I don't know, we'll see what happens. So maybe if it doesn't fill up the time, I've been on a few podcasts, like, in the past already. Maybe I'll just take clips from those and, like, throw them in, or something. I literally have zero ideas. Like, I can't even speak English. Like, why am I on Discord? Why am I doing this to myself? I'm kidding. I'm happy to be here. I'm sorry for the electric fan. Again, I don't want to turn it off either. I will probably literally die if I turn it off. But recently, I had visited... I don't even know if this counts as a response. Hopefully it counts as a response. I'm just trying to fill in the time. Recently, I had joined a group of people. So I live in a certain part of Metro Manila in the Philippines. Now, Metro Manila is like, I don't even know how to explain this, partly because I actually don't understand it myself. It's basically a bunch of places in one, kind of a little bit like there are boroughs. Did I say that right? Boroughs. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have zero knowledge. In New York City, kinda a little bit like that, except like it's a lot. And again, I don't quite understand it myself. Now, I went on Google one day, and I think what I typed was, "Hey Google, I'm sad, I'm lonely, I have no friends." At least that's how I felt at the time. That's not me saying I have no friends, because that would be dishonest. I do have a few people that I really like and are amazing. They know who they are. If they listen to this, which they probably won't, well, they know who they are. I'm not a mind reader. Maybe they will. I'm not a mind reader. But I googled that, and a certain website came up, and it was like, I know, that's kind of creepy, right? Like, if you just type something and then like something comes up. Anyway, but I did it. My brain was like, you know what? Just try it out. It seems encrypted. It seems HTTPS or whatever stuff, that is. And it wasn't Facebook, because that's one of the things about me that a few people kinda know a little bit. I am not on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok, I don't have an Instagram, I don't have a Facebook. I do have a Discord. I have a Discord. Anyway, let's move on. So I found a certain website. I did create a profile. Within a few days, I met people who, in my opinion, were really good people. I could talk to them. So this answers your question, I think. Kinda. I'm literally gonna go cry. I did recently. It was kind of a party. I say kind of because I don't even know what a party is. Like, I'm not saying I've never been to parties. I've technically been to a lot of parties. But yeah, amazing, really amazing people. I don't know what to say. I'm just lucky I got to meet cool people. Albeit, I believe, I could be wrong, albeit I think half of them were from outside the country and they were visiting. I don't want to say much more if I don't have to. We went to a beach. I had not been to a beach, as if I remember correctly. If I can remember correctly, it was sometime in 2016, the last time I went to a beach, and that was alone. The story of why I went to a beach alone, maybe we'll save that for another upload. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I have no idea what I'm doing anywhere, but yeah, I had not been to a beach since I went to a beach alone in 2016. I had been invited on multiple occasions, and I turned it down. Maybe I'll talk about that in the future. Yeah. I recently moved. I think, because the Philippines is a country, it's a country, but it's literally, I don't remember how many, I just know it's like thousands of islands. I'm still on the same island. I moved from one part of the island I was in to a different part of the island that I'm now in. Is this enough time? I wonder what the yeah, I think I just realized that makes no sense. I have no brain. I have 0 IQ. I'm so sorry. One part of the island that, you know what? I don't even speak English. Like, I'm gonna go cry. Ain't it great? Like, you know, ain't it wonderful? Just living life. Just living life. Right. Just living life. I just make weird sounds when I don't know what to say anymore. And no, of course the flower died. I have 0 gardening skill and -5 cooking skill. Don't make me cook. Just if you make me cook I can't think of anything good right now. If you make me cook, something unfortunate will happen. Okay, that is a question that I like. That is a question that I like answering. Everybody's different, so I'm not saying, hey, this is what you need to do all the time. This is black and white, period. This is what you have to do, and if you don't do it this way, you're doing it wrong. That's not what I'm here to convey. That's not what I'm trying to convey. But for me, I don't. The question is like, how do you deal with them? I gotta say, most of the time, if not all the time, I don't deal with them. Karma is a thing. I'm sorry for the way, if I said that a certain type of way, I just remembered a certain thing. You may or may not know what I'm talking about. And what goes around comes around. My response to the question what I want to say is, for me, from my perspective, my humble opinion, and nobody has to agree with any of my humble opinions, but for me, it's like, let them. It is their life. You can't control the behavior of another person. Somebody likes you, that's really cool, and it does feel good. We are humans. To the best of my knowledge, we are social creatures by design, just because of evolution, and like our ancestors, I don't know what they did. Like, they had to cooperate half the time, but the other half, they were killing each other. I don't get it, so maybe that's why we're all messed up. I don't know. And I think I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the upload with maybe clips from old podcasts where I was a guest or some random thing like that. My point being, if you try to remove the opinions and the emotions, and you try to look only at the facts, you may find that it's not even about you. So I'm sorry somebody told you that. There's not too much I can do for you. I mean, even if I wanted to beat them up, which I couldn't for two reasons. One, I'm too far away, and two, I'm short, I'm kind of a pencil. Yes, maybe I'm a muscular pencil. Maybe. I'm still a pencil though, right? So those two reasons, like, even if I wanted to, which I don't, right? Like, that wouldn't do you much good. What I want to say here is what goes around comes around. I do get angry. I do get angry. I try, if I can, as much as I can, I try to take a breath and I try to ask myself, where is this actually coming from? Because perhaps I'm not a mind reader. I don't know your full story. I know a part of your story because perhaps a little bit of it is you. Perhaps you have some involvement. Again, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know the full story, but I think that, in my humble opinion, you don't engage. That's how it is for me. I don't engage. The moment I see it, some people will say, like, engage, like, defeat, like, dominate, or, like, shut it down on sight, is what one of my friends told me. And maybe that works for some people, and I respect that completely, but my response to you is, in addition to what I've said probably twice, probably a million times if you include all of my other conversations here and my songs, in addition to that, which is what goes around comes around, and it always does. You're gonna see it. We are all gonna see it. Don't engage. It's not worth it. This person may or may not deserve your time, your attention, your energy. They may or may not.
Heard a lot of musicians and artists, whatever, define themselves as like a different genre from their songs. So what would you say your genre is?
Ooh,